Yes, it's live. Dogs, are you fighting over your food? Anyway, so instead I have to, I am eating because I had to get the leftover pizza out of the fridge to fit other stuff in there. And besides, I should be eating again before I go to bed. Like, I get up and eat once, and I need to eat again, right? That's still only twice a day. Goldie, are you seriously eating other food? Zelda's having a fit. Dogs fighting over foods, and Goldie's blind and probably doesn't know what he was doing, and probably trying to eat the same bowl. Anyway, I'm eating some leftover pizza. Had to go to the store without my son who won't do anything. And yes, I want to get around to playing this, even though it's after 5 a.m. now. Wasted 2 hours of time going to the store, and nicely enough, my RP fanfiction stuff was going busy tonight, so that was good. And now I just want to get a chance to play. I suppose I gotta go find that stuff I need. Oh. Suppose I can go do that. I'll have my first conversation with Cullen. Anyway, I'm eating, so I'll just keep this off most of the time. Thank you for joining me if you are.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
I like your enthusiasm. Yeah, that is the perfect answer. I like your enthusiasm, but the answer is, oh, if you want to give a lecture. Yes, I have a plus-size body, and yes, my hair partially covers my eye, and I don't like it when that side of the hair covers up my... But I can't even change any of the... Well, I could put a different hair mod in number 52, but other than that, I can't go to the Emporium and change any options because of the pink hair. Or the pink hair will disappear. It can only be used in the beginning of the game, and that's it. Okay, yes.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another
No,
time,
I want to
perhaps.
say I like your enthusiasm.
There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
I have an idea that is the possibility is doing that purple curse stuff to me. That I took out the Dread Wolf quiver, arrow quiver thing. I have a different one. Oh, yeah, I can install a bow. I get up here. It actually has a wolf on it. The Dread Wolf one, it has a wolf mosaic.
I should look around.
That same wolf head mosaic, but you can't even see it because the arrow is basically over it. Whatever. The bow is over it. Yes, I have an extra large body. Not large, but nice curves. What was I doing? Alright. That is sparkly too. Can I see it? So anyway, that's a picture of a wolf on there. Is there a person there? This is... Look, the way that shadow is, looks like a person. Anyway. No, that's my next best opinion of what might be causing the purple curse. It's a wolf, although it actually looks like a bear. Anyway, that's what it says it is. Wait, what? Do I go through there? Yes? Okay. gear available. I've got half of my rams already anyway. Sometimes rams aren't here right away. Guess not. Alright. No, I can't remember. Already examined the trebuchets. Did all that.
I'm glad there are big, strong men around in case anything happens here in Haven.
Huh?
Now, don't you worry about that sort of thing, girl.
Some random woman flirting with him? I never noticed that before. There's just like
Travel
a
safely.
different woman standing right there. I remember I did just talk to Cassandra.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts.
Alright, turn off the mic for a bit because I'm trying to eat. Yes.
Need something?
Like his eyes. Whew.
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the Red Dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Yeah, from this, I thought somebody had said from this scene about the Arashok didn't get a permission to attack Kirkwall. So that was a different Arashok, not Sten? Somebody else was talking about being Sten. I don't know. There's multiple areas, air shock over different areas. I don't know.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawk's brother Carver is still in the Free Marches, helping the Kirkwall Guard keep order. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job. Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a...
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
Hawk made him stay to help put out the fire he caused. But eventually he moved on. Nobody else wanted him in Kirkwall. I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
Carry on.
Need something?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient Tig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the Tig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Chasing the Lord Seeker right here. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad.
You think
Bet he's
entirely
got a
too
portrait
much
taller than
about
he is.
that elf,
That's
sir.
your first clue to a
I
total
can't
loss.
help it.
Fact.
I've got eyes, don't I?
I suggest you use them elsewhere. Besides, she's not one of the magic elves. She's one of the normal dirty
You
ones.
apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
It's not mine, right? I mean, it is, but it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
Are you just about pranks and revenge, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a weave, right? I grease a ballroom, so a wyvern chasing Git has to hunt sprained. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead, if they deserve it.
I'm glad I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hateful ass so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's job, innit? No fun, that lot. They might plonk a noble, right? But only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy at singing.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, yeah? An even spread is all it takes.
Doesn't this mean people think you're guilty of more than you actually do?
Suppose. Does it matter?
Shouldn't it?
Important people kill over imagined insults. I've made more than enough real ones, so no. I don't suppose it does.
Where are the people you promised?
If I knew, they wouldn't be much use. That's sort of the point. Look, unless your baddies are rocks or trees, they have people they use. Cooks, squires, wipers. Yeah, I know, wipers, right? You better believe the one with wipers deserve it, right in the... Well, anyway. The little people will be there when you need them, in a million little ways.
So lots of little contributions add up in the background, like snowflakes that snap a branch.
What? Sure. Like snow, I guess. Anyway, it just works, most of the time. Friend of a friend and little hints. Mind you, you still have to be smart. Don't bet your life unless you're into that. Risky, yeah, but you like a bit of a tease.
I can play along if it works for you.
You have a choice. Hail the Inquisition.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, innit?
Are we going to have new verses of the Chant of Light now, with the Herald of Andraste?
Fliss said to check with you to make sure these are safe to serve.
They're fine. Nobody will take sick as long as she boils them right. Smart woman for asking, though. You're back. And in one piece.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Farewell.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
Some extra loud wind on here. My goodness. I haven't changed my settings. Wait, no, well, I can't push my settings now anyway.